Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time! It's time! It's Beta time!
You are watching a master at work.
Truth Nation, get ready for the greatest 60 minutes in radio, giving you his authentic and bold opinions, bringing you all the information, entertainment, and conversations you gotta hear. From local issues to trending topics and headline news, it is time for Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is your award-winning host, Kyle Wallace.
Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am your host of Truth to Power, Kyle Wallace, and we're coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, and it is Wednesday, and y'all know what Wednesday means. It means I'm joined by a co-host.
Yes, sir.
And today's co-host is no one other than Dame LZ. What's happening, Dame? How you doing?
What's happening, Kyle? How you doing today on this Wednesday afternoon?
I'm doing good. Doing really good. Cannot complain. I ain't gonna lie to you. So the rain is coming down a little bit today. It's supposed to be hot tomorrow. But
it's supposed to be scorching tomorrow.
So I had a plan to wear my Juneteenth shirt. I ordered a Juneteenth shirt from Amazon. Now, I know we supposed to be anti-Amazon, which I have been. I slowed down what I buy from Amazon significantly for months. But I needed a Juneteenth shirt, and so I ordered my Juneteenth shirt last week. It was supposed to get here on Monday, right? And then they said, oh, it got pushed back to Tuesday. I said, okay, that's fine. It got pushed back to Tuesday. It said it's going to be delivered between like 11 and 2. Mm-hmm. I get to the crib looking for my shirt. I'm like, ain't no shirt. Okay. And I look and say we're going to be delivered between 4:45 and 7:45. I said, 7:45. That's in 45 minutes. And then it said it's still going to be delivered today. I said, well, wait a minute now. I had a whole thing. I'm trying to wear my Juneteenth shirt. And so then I check and they say like at 11 o'clock at night, they say, now delivered on Thursday. I said, oh, hell no. And then they said the reason why, they said because of bad weather. I said, dog, it didn't start raining until like 1 o'clock in the morning. What you mean bad weather? So I was heated. They're
using that as an excuse. They do that. Amazon do that sometimes.
I wanted to snap on Amazon.
And especially it'd be the stuff that you really waiting on.
Yeah.
You know, you order some stuff, it'd be there that day.
That's very true.
But the stuff that you waiting on, that you really want, it's gonna be late on. So I ordered a shirt for an event, and it was the same situation where it kept getting pushed back. I ordered.
Are you a Prime member too?
Yeah, I ordered it like 2 weeks in advance, and it was like, oh wow, it kept getting pushed back and pushed back. But brother X said you shop at Target too though.
Who's X? No, I do.
Is that Z back there?
No, what is that? No, I do not. I do not shop at Target as well. I
want to apologize because I got the wrong letter. I didn't know that was Z in my ear. My bad, brother.
I have not shopped at Target since we did the cleanse. I have not stepped foot in Target. I didn't even shop at Target like that until
DJ
earlier
Brother
this year.
Z.
Didn't you just say you was at Target like a month ago, Kyle?
No, I wasn't at Target. I cut Target off. Last time I was at Target, real talk, is my girl had to have a little operation putting her business out there. But she wanted me to buy some Pedialyte things or whatever.
But this was after the boycott.
No, this is in January. No,
I remember specifically you said you went to Target after the boycott and you weren't supposed to.
No, that wasn't me. I probably was thinking about I maybe needed some, and I said I had to stop. But I have not. You look at my account. I have not been to Target. Walmart. I did go to. I've only been to Walmart a couple times. I did go to Walmart a couple times.
He's claiming it was Walmart.
All right, Kyle.
You're specifically remembering Target, though, right?
You just copping now. That's all.
That's all that is. Copy, please.
I was I'm back on it. I'm back against them. But and then also before we get going, I wanted to I got on a hat. If y'all see this goofy looking hat that I got on today, this is a Summerfest hat. And Summerfest, not only does Juneteenth start tomorrow, which I'm excited about, Summerfest starts tomorrow. And y'all know Summerfest is a big partner of 1017 The Truth. I love the fact that we're able to give away tickets and wristbands and different things to fans. Since we basically launched, we've been able to work and partner with Summerfest, and I absolutely love the fact that Summerfest every year wants to come and partner with 1017 The Truth to spread the word, but also make sure that those who are listening in Truth Nation have an opportunity to win tickets from us and enjoy everything that Summerfest has going on.
Is that a breast cancer hat? Because I see the pink ribbon.
I think so. So I think what they do is with American Family Insurance, or maybe it's just a company they have here that you could design your own hat. And so that's what this hat is. So you're able to design your own hat, but a lot of great concerts going on. Genuine going to be at Summerfest tomorrow. I'm excited about that. Bow Wow going to be at Summerfest tomorrow.
You know who's going to be at Summerfest tomorrow?
Who?
Me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. After the Bow Wow joint, they doing Hyphen is doing some. I don't want to talk about other radio stations.
No,
but
Hyphen's cool.
They doing a couple. They doing some sets, so they got some local performers.
It's what time? Bow Wow like 9 or something like that.
He goes off at like 9 or something like that.
He starts at 9, or he goes.
It's after Bow Wow, so it's whatever. Who else is going before him? Then it's Bow Wow, and then they added Bow Wow, I guess,
because Bone Thugs and Harmony, I think, dropped.
Maybe, and so they added us too. So it's a bunch of.
And what's your band name again?
Well, I'm performing with Kareem City, and that was me and Twan Mack. Shout out to Twan Mack, rest in peace.
Yes.
So at his memorial show, I did a performance where I had the video. Shout out to my man Mister down in Atlanta. Shout out to my man DJ Bazan here. Shout out to my man Alex. Yeah. They all worked together on this video. So we took the vocals out of my part, but left the vocals in of Twan's. And it's like a video playing in the background. And so I'm rapping with my man again. So he's passed away, died in November last year. But it's like they wanted to do that again this year. So I was like, bet, I'm there, you know?
No, that's what's up. So Dame will be at Summerfest tomorrow. Excited,
check me out.
Excited.
I don't know what stage it is, though. But whatever stage Bow Wow on, come check me out.
Excited for that tomorrow.
Bow Wow. Stop.
That's the early song. That's the early song. But before we get into it, because I know we want to have a conversation talking about the brand new cell phone you can buy. There's a brand new phone that you can buy out here, a brand new phone service coming out, and it might be related to the President of the United States. And then on top of that as well, there's some updates that we want to provide with ICE. But before we get to break, Dame, there's something that was on my mind. And so the Democratic Party here in the state of Wisconsin, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all know I vote blue. Now, I will admit, have I voted for a Republican? I voted for no. I don't know if I ever voted.
Who you voted for?
I would
John McCain.
I would no, hell no. I would have voted for Tommy Thompson had he been running again back in the day. Tommy Thompson getting old.
You know what Republican I voted for?
Who's
to cut you off. The brother that was the general. What was his name?
Oh, Colin Powell.
If they wouldn't have messed Colin Powell up with them weapons of mass destruction,
and he would have ran for president. He would have had a chance.
I would have voted for him.
He would have had a chance. And then the other one I would have voted for is John Kasich in 2016.
Okay.
I wouldn't have voted for him over Hillary, but I would have supported a ticket potentially with John Kasich. He was the former Ohio governor who ran for president and told y'all not to vote for Trump. But my whole issue is this: is that the Democrats have their yearly convention and decide to use their vote to
the state Democrat.
The state Democratic Party had their convention in Wisconsin Dells, and they talk about different business there, and they elected a new chair for the Democratic Party here in the state of Wisconsin. And one of the things of business they talked about, and this is what I want to figure out, Dame, is why do we do this, right? One of the things they talked about was creating a resolution on impeaching Donald Trump because of his birthright citizenship executive order, which argues Trump's executive order violated his oath of office, and he should be impeached by the House and removed from office by the Senate. And Dame, I'm trying to understand, why do Democrats waste their time on stuff like this feel-good stuff? What is the point of doing this? Like, instead of thinking about who will replace Tony Evers, the governor right now of Wisconsin, they want to talk about impeachment, which clearly is unpopular among swing voters and independents. But I'm just trying to understand, why do Democrats play to lose? I mean, they play a little. Don't nobody care about? I mean, birthright citizenship is sad, but like impeachment, don't nobody care about that at this point.
Performative. A lot of the things that Democrats do are reactionary and performative of that. And so while the Republicans got their foot on our necks, Democrats is doing performative actions as a response to that in most cases, and that's what this absolutely sounds like, performative, because it's not going to happen.
They've been there, done that.
State talking about they want to do something about
impeach
all
Donald
the
Trump.
Stuff that Trump is doing right now. That should be a focus of the national party, right? That should be something, okay, if that's what they want to do. But the local parties, you got your own issues. You're barely holding on to a state. You got a tight grip on it. You're trying to hold on. It's slipping.
You have a monumental election coming up in 2026 in the state of Wisconsin about who's going to have the balance of power in the state of Wisconsin, where the balance of power could shift to Democrats for the first time since this is pre-Scott Walker.
Right.
Potentially having all three, or even taking one of either the House or
you should be focused on that. You should. And this isn't going to help you in that regard. Give us some plans. Say the Democratic Party is going to do X, Y, and Z if we get control of the legislature. What's going to happen.
That's what I'm saying, Dan. Like, it's so like having a plan to combat the things that are happening and continue to better speak to Wisconsinites on issues which matter to me, and educating folks on how tariffs are hurting Wisconsin farmers and hurting business and costing consumers. Like, that's the important stuff. But nope, they want to talk about impeachment. That's what I don't understand. That's the one thing I can't stand about the Democratic Party, is that they stretch themselves so thin trying to be Superman for every damn body.
And you know what? That's probably one of the things I hate most in politics, even working in politics, is performative actions.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't serve a purpose. You just talking to be talking. And politicians like that though. They like talking to be talking. And it's like being in the meeting with somebody and they keep saying stuff, and you're like, bro, we trying to get out of here. Let's get to the bones of it and get it done. You know what I'm saying? And too many times the performative action is opposite of that, and people get tired of that. They see through it. And they're going to see through this too. So let's put some on the table that can be beneficial to the people. You got a meeting, you got all these Democrats. Come out of this meeting with some actions that can be taken, and then people can be like, okay, I see you.
And that's what my hope is that we move past this performative PC garbage and we actually talk about getting real stuff done, because that's a complete waste of people's time.
Right.
Complete waste of people's time, and that's the news that comes out, and not the actual other stuff in the work.
You have this opportunity where everybody's waiting to see what you, as Democrats, what you got in the barrel, so to speak, what you got coming down the pipe, so to speak.
Yep.
And this is what you come with, is we wanna issue something to impeach Trump. Okay, make that something you come out with second, but first, this is what we're going to do to stop poverty. This is what we're going to do.
I don't even want you to do that. Yeah, I'm with you. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. Like, for the Democratic Party, stop with the stupidness. Stop with the malarkey. Stop with the nonsense. Don't bring up the word impeach ever again. It does nothing. The man got 34 felonies, still got elected.
And he's still there. So what is impeach? So you're going to impeach him over this?
Yeah, exactly. Let that go. 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. You can, that is the Truth Talking text line. You can also watch and stream us live by going to YouTube, by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. That's 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Make sure y'all give us a like. Make sure y'all get us a subscribe. I am joined here today on Truth to Power with my guest co-host today, Dame LZ. And on the other side, I told y'all we got to hit on some things that are going on around this country, whether it's ICE or whether it's Trump phones. We got to give y'all a reaction and make sure y'all up to date on everything that's happening. So keep it locked. This is Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace with Dame LZ as our guest co-host right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. But before we go to break, shout out to you too, DJ Brother Z, for holding it down. We'll have more conversation.
More of Truth to Power is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth
Truth Nation. Unfortunately, violence is on the rise in Milwaukee, and this is a problem which impacts us all. Please join me and the Truth Team on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon for our third annual Walk Against Violence, supported by 1MKE. Enough is enough. Now it's time to bring an end to senseless violence in our community. To join our Walk Against Violence on Saturday, July 12th, visit truthwalkagainstviolence.com to sign up today.
Need to look your best for a special occasion? You need the $100 hookup. This incredible deal includes a marvelous suit, shirt, and tie, all for $100. Only at Nick Cavani's, home of the $100 hookup. And that isn't limited to some standard stock suit. You'll be pleased by the top quality and variety of fashion offered at Nick Cavani's. No matter the occasion, maybe you're just ready for a fresh, new stylish look. Get hooked up today at Nick Cavani's in Mayfair Mall and at nickcavani's.com.
What fills your cup? Those things, big and small, that make each day rewarding. Here's what fills our cup at Educators Credit Union. When you walk in the lobby and see your favorite teller, cultivating financial literacy to build stronger communities. When we help you buy a home when you didn't think it was possible. The best part? Seeing you leave with a smile because we made a difference in your life. It fills our cup to see you succeed because we're more than a financial. We're people helping people. Educators Credit Union. Achieving more together. Insured by NCUA.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent, as an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
It is Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
When I was 8, I was rhyming, not backyard game plan. Watching Snoop, anxiously awaiting for my chance, man. Hiding cocky with it, cause I know that I am, man. I'm going down in history like American Bandstand. I stay fresh to death like the neighborhood dope, man. I stay on the top cause I keep coming with dope, man. You steady watching stealing, but there ain't no hope, man. You dealing with something bigger than the U.S. Open. It ain't no joke.
One call, that's all, with Gruber Law Offices. You or a loved one is ever injured in an accident, do not hesitate to make one call, that's all, because Gruber Law Offices will take care of you. See, Gruber Law Offices, they stand up for victims. They take the burden off your shoulders, and they focus on the legal aspect while you as their client focuses on healing. It's just one call, that's all, and they will handle the rest. They provide the best care, the best service, and representation because it is their priority. And always remember, there's no fee to call, to consult with them, or retain them as a law firm. You never pay a single penny until they win your case. Get with one of the largest personal injury law firms in the Midwest with Gruber Law Offices that has results that speak for themselves. So call them today at 414-276-6666. That's 414-276-6666, or visit them at gruber-law.com. It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am Kyle Walsh, the host of Truth to Power. I am joined by our guest co-host today, Dame LZ. And remember, you can always watch and stream us live on YouTube at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. That is 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Before we get into the next conversation that I want to have, is on YouTube. On YouTube, somebody said, Curly Q said, it was a setup, Kyle, and she's talking in reference to, so today I'm wearing my Truth shirt, and I love my Truth shirt. Shout out to the Truth shirt. I'll be wearing another one tomorrow as we are at Juneteenth tomorrow. But I ordered a Juneteenth shirt that I wanted. I ordered 4 of them things because the way I order stuff, right, is because I get it in 2 sizes, large and medium. So I found 2 shirts I wanted, large and medium, and I just try them on, and ones I don't want, I just send them back. That's what it is. I basically try on clothes and send them back for whatever doesn't fit. And so for this, I ordered it from Amazon. Now, I cleansed myself from Amazon, but I needed to get a shirt quickly, and I'm a Prime member. So I got the Amazon sent to the crib, and they didn't give me my stuff. It got delayed. And Curly Q said it was a setup, Kyle. Shaking my head. They're trying to steal the black dollar without giving you the product. And I think that is so true. I even think about that. It's probably somebody in China profiting off of the black something Juneteenth that is historically black. But again, 833-212-1017. That's the Truth Talk and text line. Now, Dame, there's something I wanted to talk about before we get to talking about ICE. I don't know if you saw the breaking news or not. I don't even know if it was breaking news, but I don't even know if y'all saw the news or not. Is that there is a new cell phone provider coming to the United States of America. You have Samsung phones, you have Motorola phones, you have Google Pixel phones, you have what y'all love is y'all Apple phones. But now there's a new phone and phone provider, so you ain't got to worry about Cricket no more, coming to the United States. Have you heard about this, Dame?
Yeah, via you.
Via me. So you didn't know until I sent it to you?
I had no idea it was happening.
Well, Truth Nation, there is a new cell phone provider if you're looking to get into the game, and the cell phone provider is no one other or no family other than the Trump organization that is bringing new cell phones to America. And the kicker about these new cell phones that they're bringing to America, Dave, when you read the article, what's the first thing that stood out to you?
The first thing that stood out to me was, one, that they allowing the president to have a company that is still active in selling stuff, and the fact that it's going to be made probably in China.
Yes, the phones are going to be made in China. And that was the thing for me that blew my mind, is the fact that Donald Trump and his sons, it's not him, it's the Trump organization, and it's led by his sons that are going to be the ones that are pushing this phone, but it's also going to be made in China. So during the time where we're talking about making America great, during the time where we're talking about building America, during the time where we're talking about tariffs and the pain that it's causing on so many different businesses and people as well,
right,
is that it's do as I say, not as I do. How are you going to develop a phone, a cell phone, which I think is a weird thing to do, is to develop a cell phone, but then on top of that, have it built in China?
Listen here, because the companies that they're using are the ones that are already making iPhones and things like that in China. So you talk crazy about all of these people building their phones and building their products in China, and then here you go over here building your phones and doing your things in China.
And getting some parts, just to confirm, it may be some of the parts from the phone may be coming from China. Not the whole thing, but some of the parts for the phone may be coming from China.
It don't matter if all of it ain't. If it has your name on it as Trump, and you have out here crying for tariffs, crying for things to be made in America,
it should be 100% made in America.
It should be 100% made in America. You know what I'm saying? And he shouldn't be able to have his name, even though it's his sons or whatever. His entire family conglomerate should have to cease doing business with other countries and with other people just from the improprieties that may exist from doing that.
And with the name on it as well, because it's the Trump organization, the holding company for Donald Trump and his business ventures. I mean, they're getting a brand new cell phone service. It's called the 47 plan, right? $47.45 per month, right? Mm-hmm. And so who do you think that is highlighting? You think that's highlighting his son, Eric Trump? No, that's utilizing his presidency to make money. And it's crazy to me that we talk about having a separation of different things, right? Mm-hmm. And it seems to me that when it comes to Donald Trump, he can literally do anything. There's no guardrails, there's nothing holding him back. But the fact that this family and this organization is able to launch Trump Mobile, a brand new cell phone, and nobody sees this as a potential conflict of interest is crazy to me.
Yeah, we have ethics, right? Even in my position with this, I have to sign off who I work for, where I work. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff I have to do. And if I forget to put it on there, they own my ass, right? He is the president. He is the president.
Well, you're held to a higher standard, right?
And I'm held to a higher standard than the president Come on, man. That's ridiculous. He has all of his companies and all of his corporations are benefiting from him being president. And that is the main reason they have these ethics, is so that people don't benefit from their political power. That is not a democracy. That is not a democracy right there. When you are benefiting financially from the position that you hold, it's no longer democracy. And we can always say people do it, right? People go and write books after they leave office. People do things like that, right?
Yep.
That's different.
It is extremely different.
You selling phones, you selling merchandise, you out here hawking T-shirts or doing whatever you're doing. That's completely different.
The high regards that we hold the Oval Office to is different now, right? Like in this point, because usually you think that, in high regard like that, you don't want people to benefit from that conflict of interest. And what's crazy to me is that you'll hear people complain about, if somebody got this from a family, or Hillary Clinton got this, or Hunter Biden got this, or somebody got this. But then when it comes to Donald Trump and his friends and his sons and his family gaining anything from this, is not a lot of people up in arms about it. And I'm talking about a lot of conservatives that were upset about different things that other administrations did or what they thought might be interesting. And it's crazy. We went from brown suit, people being upset about a brown suit or a tan suit from Barack Obama as being the most controversial thing that he ever did, or something as controversial as when they killed Osama bin Laden and they're in the Situation Room and Hillary Clinton put her hand over her mouth during the moment of them killing, and people were like, that was her reacting to getting killed, and they saw that as a problem. And now it's just all decorum is and all the decorum is completely gone from the Oval Office. 833-212-1017.
It's like with them, is with the Republicans in this situation, and it's like when you dating somebody and you do something and then you bring up the fact, but wait a minute though, you did X, Y, and Z, and you won't. Oh, that was different. That was different. That's what we keep hearing from the Republicans. Oh, that was different. From the time my man Hexef with the phones and Hillary with the emails and that was different.
It is different. 833-212-1017. Would you get a Trump phone? Would you be willing to get a Trump phone? For $47.45 per month. I'm sure it's going to run into some issues. It's a 5-3 plan. The 47 plan. Would you get a Trump phone? 833-212-1017. Do you see a conflict of interest with this at all? Do you see a problem with the Trump organization and his son, Donald Trump Jr., selling cell phones with a retail price of $499 with a down payment of $100? And I mean, it's not like they've ever been scammed before. Not like they did scam. So 833-212-1017. Would you be willing to get a Trump phone, or do you feel like there's any conflict of interest with this? Or are you saying, you know what, they're American, they should be able to do whatever they want regardless of their position? 833-212-1017. I see you on the talking text line. The caller, what's up? How you doing? You're on Truth to Power with Kyle Walsh. What are your thoughts about the 47 plan or Trump Mobile?
It is, as you stated earlier, probably a distraction from some other mess. Well, all the other mess that's going on right now, including the two wars that are going on that he claimed he was going to cease on day one.
He said day one, take him 24 hours to end the Russia-Ukraine war. Now we find ourselves getting ready to bomb Iran and already assisting Israel in bombing Iran.
Yeah.
And if you remember, about a month ago, he talked about having a plan to turn the Gaza Strip into Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah, I look like Iran gonna be a little Vegas too. After they done with
his entire presidency, y'all tell me if y'all disagree, has been a Confederate money grab. Him running ever since January 6th, when they came with the flags that they had at Fort Sumter, the only group who ever attacked America, formed their own nation. And so these people continue to say that everybody else who doesn't do everything that they like do not love America, when they actually are represented and supported by a group of dirt poor people who hate other people so much that they would be like their ancestors, willing to die to attempt to reinstate or go back to their heyday, what they considered as their heyday, when most of them could not afford to participate in the slave trade. But 500,000 of them died, and their descendants are still here.
You know, really quickly, the caller, something that I heard interesting today on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, which airs every single weekday here, and you can hear it on the weekend, 9 a.m. to noon. And he was talking about Juneteenth, and he was talking about the history of slavery, and he said something I never thought about before, which I thought was a powerful statement. He was talking about how he watches this movie. I forgot the name of the movie. I've never seen it before, but he was talking about how they hung some Nazis in the public in front of people. And he said they should have did it to the people who fought in the Confederate Army or people who were higher up in the Confederate Army. And I 100% agree. It was one of the most powerful statements I heard of because I'm like, dang, they should have hung these individuals in public to make an example out of what will happen to you if you ever trade on this country the way that they did. If anybody ever thinks about stepping out of line to try to break and tear this country apart, this is the example that we make of you. But instead now we still have folks flying Confederate flags. We still have presidents that are okay with the flying of Confederate flags. We still have state flags that have a resemblance to the Confederate flag. And so I think you're on to something when it comes to the fact that there's a little bit of a Confederate movement, but definitely a Confederate groundswell of support. But thank you so much, caller, for chiming in on this conversation.
Listen,
what's your instant reaction?
Trump has, and I think he's right with his initial statements about Trump and his money grabs since he's been in office. Trump sees this as a way, as an opportunity to make money. This is a economic enterprise for him and his family. They are benefiting hand over fist for this. This is a man who has failed so many times at businesses and stuff and really wasn't getting a lot of bread when he became president, right? Now, look at how much money.
Man, they making a lot of money.
And that's
man, and I'm telling you, what's sad is Donald Trump, they just released how much money he made off of selling stuff. He made money off of selling Trump Bibles. Trump Bibles.
So he said
$1.3 million on a Bible endorsement. I just want people to understand that is for individuals that claim to be religious, who claim to be morally correct. You voted for a man who utilized the Bible, sold it for, God bless the U.S. Bible, for $60. And he made $1.3 million. And I wonder how much he should be donating every single cent of that.
That don't seem offensive to those Bible thumpers in the Midwest that we are in. That don't seem offensive to them. And then you had those gold
bars. They got the watch.
Gold shoes.
Oh, the gold shoes. They got Trump bars. They got the all types of stuff. So I think
this dude is selling merchandise like he's a YouTuber.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to make as much money.
And that's just that,
It's called generational wealth. That's what he's trying to do.
And that's just that. But just think about all of the stuff, like the all of the other stuff he's getting via his hotel. All the way they're laundering money into his hands to get preferential treatment. That's illegal, fam.
It is illegal. And really quickly on the Bible, the Trump Bible, a Bible you can get on Amazon for $4, but we don't support Amazon. But the Trump Bible with an autograph from Donald Trump, $60. That's crazy to me.
An autographed Trump Bible, $60.
That's crazy to me. 833-212-1017.
And is that why he didn't put his hand on the Bible that time? Remember he was at the graveyard and they said he didn't put his hand on the Bible.
That's what they claim.
And so maybe that's why he didn't want to endorse. He's the money over guy. He didn't want to endorse this Bible by putting his hand on it because it wasn't his Bible.
I'm not sure about all that, but wow. I am sure. Tony from Tulsa, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. What up, man? What comments do you have for today?
What's going on with you, Cal?
Man, I'm chilling today.
So, I mean, if this is no different from the Obama phone. Do you remember that when people was like, oh, I got me an Obama phone?
Wait. You talking about cricket? So are you telling me, are you breaking news that the Obama's family had an organization called the Obama Organization that created a cell phone, Cricket? Is that what you're saying? Cricket Wireless?
No. What I'm saying is that these government phones, all it is a government phone.
This ain't a government phone.
Yeah, this is different than a government phone. This is a $500 phone that people have to buy with a 47 and 45 cent plan. Those government phones, I believe, were like a subsidized phone that people got for free. So how is that comparable?
Oh, so this is a separate thing?
This is separate.
This is through the Trump Organization.
This is him selling phones out to Trump.
The Trump Organization launches a $500 phone with a new Trump.
I thought this was just another extension of the Obama phone.
No, it was not.
Cool.
This is Trump Mobile, and the network will offer 5G service through the 47 plan, and it's $47.45 per month. Trump Mobile is going to change the game. We're building on the movement to put America first, and we will deliver the highest level of quality service, Donald Trump Jr. said.
That he actually said.
Hey, well, I mean, people believe that he can do it. I mean, that he can do it. Then they're gonna do it. But this is all I want to say, right?
Go ahead.
this is nothing new. Everybody that sat in that seat has done a money grab.
It has it been this outwardly? Like, is this obvious? Can you give me an example of how Barack Obama, since you brought him up, or George Bush did a money grab?
Yeah, they all did a money grab.
Can you give me
how
an
do you
example?
think when they got out of office, they became? How do you think they got out of office and became multimillionaires?
Yeah, I don't know, but I know books.
It's not a surprise.
Really quickly,
everybody that has left the office.
Left the office. He's still in office. Can you give me a quick example? 'Cause I got a couple callers here. Can you give me a quick example of how Obama or George Bush the first or Clinton did it?
So, all right, three examples of the same thing, right?
In office.
All they do is and while they're in office and while they're out of office.
I just want to know
it's all about influence.
I just want to know in office.
Okay, well, influence. Influence, it's about who you're going to tell, right? Who you're going to get in contact with, right? So I'm selling my prestige to be able to get into these particular buildings or in these particular rooms. Like $47 million. I can send you a list of like the people that they've had influence that have given money to these people.
Tony,
millions upon millions of dollars.
I get it, Tony.
Than what we're talking about.
I appreciate you, Tony, but Tony didn't have an answer for me. I was just asking for an example because I even said George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr., Clinton.
Everybody donates to campaigns, and if you're saying people donated to this campaign, and so now they gain influence, well, that's every politician from county supervisor to whatever.
That's everywhere.
Everything. That's what happens.
That's 100% everywhere. 833-212-1017. We're having a conversation talking about the new Trump Mobile 47 plan. Yes, President Donald Trump's son and his organization, the Trump Organization, is launching a brand new cellular service. It launches for $4.99. You can have the Trump cell phone. Are you down for it? Do you want to get a Trump phone? Do you feel like there's a conflict of interest for Trump to put his name on a cell phone plan, selling it for $47.45, and his son selling it? 833-212-1017. That is the Truth Talk to text line. I see your calls, I see your texts. We'll continue the conversation on the other side. I have with me my homeboy, co-host, Dame LZ, and we'll continue this great conversation on the other side.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Summer in Milwaukee is nonstop. Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season you already know. From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment. Music, flavor, culture, whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit. Make sure you experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because their home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote from an agent at amfam.com. Products are not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad, and I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Brewers came up short Tuesday night at Chicago, falling to the Cubs 5-3 at Wrigley. Seiya Suzuki's 3-run homer in the fifth made the difference.
Patrick's 1-0 pitch is a fly ball left field, deep, Collins back, but the track it is gone. A 3-run home run by Seiya Suzuki, and just like that, a 2-1 lead becomes a 4-2 deficit for the Crew.
Milwaukee now sits at 39-34 on the year. Brewers get back at it Wednesday night in Chicago with first pitch at 7:05 p.m. On the ice, the Florida Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, taking down Edmonton 5-1 in Game 6. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth to Power on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Truth Nation, please join us tomorrow for the 54th annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee. We're going to be celebrating and broadcasting live from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So stop by our broadcast to say hello and get you some of that free Truth swag. We will be between Chambers and Locust tomorrow. We're going to be in the parade as well. And our Juneteenth live broadcast is presented by Hope Christian Schools and Carroll University. And 101.7 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is also brought to you by American Family Insurance, Gruber Law Offices, Molson Coors, Educators Credit Union, and Associated Bank. This is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. I'm joined by my co-host today, Dame LZ, and we're having a conversation talking about the Trump organization profiting off of Bibles, and now the biggest thing is that they are launching a brand new cell phone. It costs $500 with a $100 down payment, and they're launching the 47 plan, and this is the flagship plan, which is available for $47.45 per month, where you get 5G service. Is this a conflict of interest? We asked the question, and you all let us know. Al in Sherman Park, how you doing, man? What are your thoughts on this conversation?
Oh, I'm doing well. No, I'm not getting a Trump phone. I like my straight talk plan. It's cheap. But historically, the presidents have come from wealthy families and have had businesses they did not board up while they were president. All of the plantations, all of the Kennedys, all of the Roosevelts, all of the Bushes, they didn't cease their businesses while they were president.
Okay. Sounds good. So it sounds like you're okay with it.
Say, from a historical standpoint. As long as they're not getting government contracts.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess that's fair enough. If you think, I mean, hey, it's your opinion. I mean, I don't have the right answer, nor do you, but it's your opinion. That's perfectly fine. I appreciate you sharing that. You're good with it, but you're going to keep your straight talk phone. 833-212-1017. Are you okay with the Trump administration? I shouldn't say Trump administration. Are you okay with the Trump organization launching a Trump cell phone plan and launching a Trump cell service while Donald Trump is in office, and calling it the 47 plan, which alludes to Donald Trump himself? 833-212-1017. Steve in Greenfield, what are your thoughts on this conversation?
Hi, guys. Great topic. Here's the thing that Al doesn't see. Number one is, yes, it came from wealth. Maybe not as much right away with Obama, but he did, through his presidency, through his senator, there is avenues, doors open up with power and influence to get wealth, regardless if you're black, white, pink, or purple. The biggest discussion is the severity and breadth and depth of it. With Bush's, they had power and influence way before they got into office. I'm talking about George W. and George Herbert the father-son combo, because you got to remember they had the Carlyle Group, which had influence before, during, and after when the Bushes were in office. That's a major conflict of interest with Saudi Arabia, especially after 9/11, when the ambassador to Saudi Arabia was having in-depth private conversations over cigars and cognac with the Bushes. That's number one. Number two is it's not so overtly with Trump that he doesn't care, no bones about it. There should be some control things that during the presidency or senators or whatever, that just like you can't do stock trading while you're in office, be it senator, congressman, woman, it's mayor, et cetera, because that will show privy to favor, catering, et cetera. Also, he's just a charlatan, and he makes no bones about it. He's so unrefined because you have the voters that are voting him in that are not progressed enough and refined enough to find out that he's such a charlatan because they look at such simplistic issues. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, since you both gentlemen are black, which is fine, great, whatever, is I don't know why, and I'll put $8 million bet on it, that I'm outraged against Trump. How can, and segments of our society that are not white, that are not invited totally to the American table to get their benefits and all that, and rewards, and be part of American society, where some of it, yes, is neglected by behavior and all that, but for the most part, elements of our society are not equal partnership in terms of what they can get. How come, I'm asking you two gentlemen that are black, how do you get, and I'm half Hispanic, and I just can't, I pull my hair out, how can they vote for Trump and not see any of this?
Thank you, Steve. I'll let Dame answer that.
I don't know. That's an excellent question. How can they vote for this and not see any of the stuff that's happening?
Well, 833-212-1017. Maybe Winky Blue can answer the question. Winky, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. What are your thoughts on today's conversation?
Hey, good afternoon to you, Kyle, and to your guests. Hey, listen, with the telephone, all that stuff is suspect to me. Donald Trump, when it comes down to making a profit, he turned his salary over. He only took $1 in his first time. The rest of his money he donated. And I think he's donating this time around the salary, which is $400,000. He donated. He took $1. I think they have to take $1 and donate it. Now, this telephone, is it a profit? Well, I'm sure it would be, but I'm suspect of it. Now, what Obama did was gave us something. He profited. He profited for the elites to put us under a big brother watch. He gave away telephones, okay? And that was to enhance this homeland security. See, these telephones, if you get these government phones, as you notice one thing, they kind of dried up under the Trump administration because they kind of pushed back on that because these telephones, man, are nothing more than tracking devices. As a matter of fact,
are you saying the Trump administration doesn't want to track people? Because the government does. I don't know if you heard about Palantir or not.
Well, I understand that, but I'm suspect of the $47 phone coming out of government. I don't, but Barack gave away the phone and was a bigger profit, a bigger catch for the United States government, and basically it was to for me and you. See, if a dope dealer get that phone or somebody call and make a deal off one of those government phones, they don't have to get a warrant.
I'm with Winky. Winky, I agree.
I agree. I'm with that.
I agree. The free phone, listen, it might have been free, but just like when you sign up for any of these apps, these apps ain't free. They getting your information and selling all your information. So
I don't often agree with Winky when he calls, but I definitely agree with everything he said right there.
He was 100% factual.
He was on point,
I agree. Now I don't know. Obama didn't benefit off it, but I'm sure some big company did that Obama was nice with. 833.
I think he was saying like he benefited because of the Big Brother part of it. When he was in office, they was watching people closer. I think that's what I don't think he benefited financially, but he was right.
833-212-1017. That's the Truth Talking text line. You can also watch and stream us live on YouTube at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Last call we'll take here is Brandon. You're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Are you getting that 47 cell phone?
No. But I do appreciate Trump's entrepreneurial spirit. As we say in our community, he's a hustler through and through. I think there's some facts of the situation you kind of have to sit with. First off, Donald Trump is the wealthiest U.S. president in the history of the United States. So he didn't come into the office, without a tremendous amount of wealth and access. When you want to look at, how other presidents have utilized that, that chariot of power, the two highest folks that increased their net worth during their presidency were Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. Bill Clinton increased his net worth a whopping 900% or 9,000%. When he came in, he had a net worth of $1.3 million, and when he left, he had accumulated 120. When Barack Obama came in, he had around 1 million, and when he left, he had around 70.
Do you have details on how they accumulated this wealth?
Advanced book deals. Afrotech.com.
Why is it advanced book deals? Was it because it was a book deals when they got out of office?
Because they know when they get out of office that they're going to write some bestsellers.
So that's the big difference here for me. Is that
that's not the big difference. That's only one revenue stream for Barack Obama. You're discounting the other 70 million.
So why? Okay, can I ask you, Brandon? Can I ask you a question? So why is it that the Trump phone plan they can't just wait until he gets out of office again to release the Trump phone? Why is that they're doing it in the office? Because really the big conflict of interest. Because we all agree that they profit.
It's not a conflict of interest. It's not a conflict of interest. Just like it's not a conflict of interest for Nancy Pelosi to outdo Warren Buffett with her stock sales.
Oh, that's why a lot of people push back on that. I think that is. I disagree. I don't think if you are in Congress, I don't think you should be able to trade.
Back on it, but the reality is there are no laws against that. The reality is that a number of sitting elected officials have outperformed some of the most
100%
stock traders in the United States.
100%, and I think it has to do with insider trading. But really quickly, so what you're saying is this, Brandon, is that you don't think there's any conflict of interest for the Trump organization to sell crypto and Trump organization to sell a cell phone, calling it the 47 plan, utilizing the high power office while in office. Again, it's not like if he was out of office, it is what it is. But while in office, you don't think it's a potential conflict of interest that could be brewing.
As I said, the two presidents that made the most money while they were in office were Bill Clinton and Barack Obama.
But you also said that was for advance for a book, you also said that was advance for a book. So that's the biggest thing. You said advance for a book as well. So I know. I agree. My biggest thing is that we got so many people that are so staunch Donald Trump that they will ignore anything that he does.
I think Winky asked us a question, and I think we just got our answer.
We sure did. 833-212-1017. That's Dame LZ. I'm Kyle Walls. We'll wrap up the show on the other side.
More of Truth to Power is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Coming straight out of Milwaukee, it's time to turn the TV off and turn your speakers up so you can hear what the future leaders of the world have to say. Truth Nation, I'm proud to present The 8 Block, a fresh new youth-led radio show powered by City on the Hill and 1017 The Truth. Hosted by me, your boy, Ben Jammin. Every other week, 8 Milwaukee teens will share stories and laughs that will speak truth to what matters most in their lives. Don't miss the premiere on June 21st at 9 a.m. That's June 21st at 9 a.m. Truth Nation, welcome to The 8 Block.
Need to look your best for a special occasion? You need
the $100 hookup.
This incredible deal includes a marvelous suit, shirt, and tie, all for $100. Only at Nick Cavani's, home of the
$100 hookup.
And that isn't limited to some standard stock suit. You'll be pleased by the top quality and variety of fashion offered at Nick Cavani's. No matter the occasion, maybe you're just ready for a fresh, new stylish look. Get hooked up today at Nick Cavani's in Mayfair Mall and at nickcavanis.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Victory Garden Initiative is an 1.5-acre urban farm that sits right in the middle of the black community on Richards and Concordia. I don't know if you know that Harambe is a food desert. So within its borders, there are no major grocery stores. So people rely on things like dollar store, corner stores, liquor stores to buy food, which is all unhealthy. Everything we grow, and we grow everything, tomatoes to potatoes to carrots to corn to onions, to, and so on. And everything we grow is free to the community. It started in 2009. They wanted to build a sustainable food production system that was healthy and sustainable. And what that meant was giving people the resources to grow their own food and the skills to make sure that those attempts were successful.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute. This is Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
1, 2, 3, ho!
It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I'm Kyle Walls, the host of Truth to Power, and I'm just going to have our final thoughts, and we're going to start here with Dame LZ. What are your final thoughts on this conversation?
We had a whole conversation about the things that Trump are doing. Winky Blue called in and said, what type of people don't see what type of person Trump is? Then we have somebody call in defending Trump. Now, what they're lacking in their vision is Trump is doing direct sales here. These other companies, these other people, maybe they did stocks, maybe they did bonds, maybe they got stuff that was under the table, just as bad, but they wasn't doing direct sales and talking about having tariffs, and everything that they were doing was actually against what they say they want to do. Trump is saying, bring it all back to America. We want to make it America first, right? But half of his stuff that he's going to need for his phone is going to be made in China.
It's going to be made in China. And
Come on, man.
And for me, that thing is, we got to stop letting our politics and these politicians dictate how we feel about things. Brandon sounds like a very educated individual, but he's clearly a person that sees no negative in Trump. So what Trump did back in the day, the fact that his father has racist housing practices, and the fact that Donald Trump did what he did to the Central Park Five. And so those are the things, or even the fact that Elon Musk even said that Donald Trump was on the Epstein list. See, a lot of y'all will just make excuses and be blind and say, oh, well, you know this, or you know this. Stop making excuses for nonsense. I'm telling y'all this right now. I refuse to make excuses for nonsense. If I ever tell y'all I support somebody and then they go and do some nonsense, don't think that I won't talk about them, because I will. Because it's not about my vote or being right or being wrong. It's about the fact that we should be morally right with things. We should have a conscience. We shouldn't allow people to just do whatever the hell they want to do. Y'all Republicans, Democrats got to stop. Y'all got to stop it. And I talked about Democrats at the start of the show today about stopping stuff. But this has been Truth to Power on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Thank you so much to Dame LZ. Yes, thank you so much to you two. Thank you so much to everybody that called in. The Tory Lowe Show is up next. And also, I'm going to be giving away some cash money, so y'all better keep it locked.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, they find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with your credit specialist and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
One call, that's all. This is the time now to be the one call, that's all entry for today. Yes, the 5K entry for today with Gruber Law Offices in 1017 The Truth. Be caller number 5 at